Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces June 6, 2022. The moon spends today in your sign, bringing a pleasant rush of energy to your life, and a desire to begin anew or enjoy a special new experience. The desire to look forward and move on is strong. It's a time to seek effective channels for expressing your feelings. You may be moodier than usual, and while it doesn't make much sense to follow every emotional whim, it's surely a time of the month to pay special attention to your feelings. A Sun-Mars transit coming into influence further boosts your spirits. As well, you can find yourself completely absorbed in research or attempting to solve a problem or master a subject, and with commitment, you can get places now. The moon continues to wander through your sign, bringing you inward and encouraging you to prioritize your emotional comfort. At the same time, it will harmonize with go-getter Mars via your exotic ninth house of adventure, wisdom, and unknown territory. Are you being intuitively pulled to go elsewhere? This could be someone who's at a distance from you or perhaps from a different cultural background. Single or taken, one thing's for sure, your belief systems are changing, and it's influencing your current connections. Moreover, the Sun is approaching an exact sextile to go-getter Mars, which means it's time to explore your horizons. How can you bring your talents to life in your career path? Today, Venus in Aries sextiles Mercury in Gemini, encouraging professional introspection. Mercury is busy considering your writing, speaking, mentoring, and teaching capabilities according to your work, so you may find yourself becoming closer to professionals who are involved in such talents. If not, then seek out established professionals who are doing what you dream of accomplishing. By working with powerful professionals, they may inspire and mentor your own talents that are waiting to become part of your career path. With no planetary activity in your income sector until the Sun returns in July, the moon's return today is a chance to give this side of the financial fence some much-needed attention. While the moon returns every 4 weeks to sharpen your nose for money and act as a trigger, the difference this time is that it comes just days after Venus, the planet of money's return to your career sector. You are enjoying harmonious relations with family and friends. Take time for shared activities, they will give you great pleasure. Occasions like this let you see what kind of person you are and the role you play amongst family and friends. What could be better than to find yourself in the company of others? Pull back from reality a little bit. You'll see it even more clearly from a distance. Take your time and do a full inspection of your situation. You can wait a while before snapping back to the present. Don't let how you're feeling pass you by, instead voice your romantic wishes, and tell others what you're willing to give and what is expected in return. Go out and make yourself noticed, be courageous. Find the person who is right for you and discover how you might begin to share wonderful times with another. When it's time to communicate to those you love, you sometimes get a feeling that is unmistakable. There is something you want to say, and you feel it stubbornly stuck in your heart. Sometimes we resist our true impulses because of fear. This fear is perfectly natural, but it can get in the way. One way to work around fear is to stay in good, even great, physical condition. Stay physically fit and you will be much better off in your close relationships. See about leaving the work behind today, or at least closing down earlier than usual. Spending time at home and with family members is sure to bring a great deal of enjoyment for you. If there are renovations underway, this is an excellent vibration to work in this area. Be sure to try and include some personal bonding time with these special people as well. It's what this day is all about. In the lead up to the moon's return to your career sector tomorrow, this is an important point in any month for having your antennas up while taking a wait-and-see approach. As this will not only be the moon's first visit since Jupiter and Mars return to your work sector but will team up tomorrow to energize things on both fronts, things are about to take a busy turn. This is all the more reason for embracing today's playful and adventurous influences, even if you think you don't have time. Mercury's direct turn in your relationship sector ends a retrograde phase that may have put some stumbling blocks in your way, but 5 days after Venus return. This puts heart and mind back on the same page. Benefiting from a chance to give the past and unsaid words a voice, the planets of love and communication are both now looking to the future. Our eyes in the sky. There's a lot going on, but everyone will be breathing that familiar collective universal sigh today as communications guru Mercury goes direct after spending the last few weeks in a frustrating retrograde cycle. And its pairing with the slow-paced, detail-driven bull should give you lots of time to get to work on correcting errors, fixing mistakes, and clearing up the general confusion that was caused by this latest chaotic Mercury retrograde cycle. Things on your lengthy to-do list for the day. 1. Go back over important emails, DMs, and texts you sent recently to make sure they were coherent and expressed what you wanted them to. Make adjustments and send new communications if necessary. 2. Double-check all details and, if necessary, rebook flights, hotel and/or rental car for a vacation that got cancelled or delayed. 3. Fix any tech-related items that malfunctioned or broke. 4. Go over financial statements looking for errors. Keeping good track of your money matters more now than ever. On the other hand, if you plan to establish yourself in a clear and well-defined relationship, now is the time or never. The sky boosts your enthusiasm and your joie de vivre by stimulating your desires and projecting you into the future. However, do not hesitate to withdraw from the game to preserve your energy capital and face a fairly exhausting end to the day. In the pre-dawn hours, the Leo moon squares off with Venus in Taurus, making us self-indulgent. This transit can provoke difficulties within our relationships because we are thinking only of ourselves and not of our partners or friends. This may be due to overconfidence, as we may be assuming that others' needs parallel our own. Or, paradoxically, it might be due to a lack of confidence, as our unmet desire for affection stimulates insecurities. At its worst, this influence causes us to think of others as our property. When we feel entitled, we make inappropriate demands of those we care for. After noon, the Gemini Sun forms a square with Juno in Pisces, complicating contractual relationships. Ego conflicts will be more apparent under this influence. However, because this connection is occurring in mutable signs, more subtle manipulation tactics are likely to be at work. Juno in Pisces means commitment without boundaries. In our bonded relationships, we now believe we are functioning as a unit, and what's good for one person must be good for the other. Our sense of compassion is also boosted, causing us to overlook red flags in the name of devotion. However, the Gemini Sun encourages us to look at our unions from various perspectives, to break through deception and collect new evidence regarding our engagements. Even if this aspect does not trigger fights or disputes, an internal storm is brewing, as we consider how we may be relinquishing our individuality through spiritual or emotional bypassing.